steps we are doing to make sure that there is no recurrence is that first the step report that matter with the internal security here. There is an office there, this block, academic block A. It is written security report office report there. Then we'll contact the OCS also, make a parallel report with the OCS. And the students, I tell you, it is important to report. Whether at all you are going to recover this item or not, it is important to recover, to record for 3 reasons. Number one, it may lead to investigation that will eventually lead to recovery. Number two, that whatever was stolen from you, whether an ID or whatever it is, the criminal may go drop it somewhere else, okay? And so another crime must be committed there, say murder, and that's you, for example, your driving license, okay? And so if you never reported, the DCI will come for you because you will be the first suspect. You will come for you until now when you defend yourself and say, look here, this is the OP number I have here. By the time of this crime, I was not the one with this ID. Evidence of reporting will save you from that situation. And so after we have reported with the OCS, depending on the circumstances under which that item was lost, the OCS also will tell you what he will do out there when if it was outside the university, so that we will read either to recovery or to prevent future recurrence of the same. Let me welcome my OCS.
Good evening. Okay, I've heard of the question concerning some goods which are normally recovered. Okay, generally, when a crime has occurred, for example, a crime like stealing is a common crime around us here. Some of students may be involved or even outsiders. If there is something, any item that has been stolen and it has been recovered by the police or a member of public, that item will be brought to us, police. We preserve that item as an exhibit. And as we preserve it as an exhibit, it is just only for a short time, a short moment. It's just within that period that case is going through court. Sometimes when we recover an item, we photograph the item, then we preserve the photos in the case file, and we hand over the property to the owner. The owner now here is maybe it can be somebody, it can be the victim or the person who reported this item was stolen. But also for us to hand over that property to you, you need to prove it is yours. How will you prove that property is yours? It is through receipts that you are issued with when you bought it from the shop, or you can tell us how you acquired the property so that we believe it is really yours. So anything that goes to a police station, for example, motorbikes, we normally recover motorbikes or somebody in operation, somebody has ran away and he leaves it behind. We are not actually taking that property to be ours. We normally stay with it for a short time. If there is no person to claim that property, we place it in a category of being unclaimed property. And actually we make a note to the magistrate through prosecutor. Then from there, we will be given an order to preserve it for 12 months. Then after 12 months, the court may give an order so that it can be sold through an auction. Have you understood something there? That is a property which has not been claimed, but a property which has been recovered and it belongs to somebody. You bring those receipts that actually can prove, because we may give your property to you and it is not yours. So it is us who are making a mistake. We don't want to make that mistake. That's why sometimes people can say, why have you not given us our property? But we need also to do what is right. So we cannot just give it to any person. You have to prove it is yours, because we are a government agency. We don't just give things anyhow. You must prove it is yours for any item that has been brought to a police station. It can be an exhibit. That one we just photograph it and hand over to the owner, because it is a recovery from a crime. Another item is the one that we meet with it outside there and we don't know the owner. That one we proclaim through the court process, and after 12 months it will be sold as an auction. That's only when a person has not come to us that that property is his or hers. Thank you. Maybe somebody can add something.
Thank you. Maybe this year, but I think it has been exhaustively responded to. The second question is on the residential places, not gated. When you come here, we accommodate some of you in the university hostels. These are questions that the Dean of Students should have answered exhaustively, but what I know is that we fed the hostels. Those ones out there, we fed them, and we make recommendation to you that this is the hostel that is fit for your habitation. However, some of you do not adhere to that, and again, I know houses, rooms are limited out there, so you can find yourself in a place that was not appearing on the list of the vetted houses. So what we are doing, the university is continuously engaging the landlords. We call them to a meeting in the university, and then we talk about these things. So if you find yourself in a residential place out there, not gated, not having security features, not fenced, it is important that you write that one, you report that one to the office of the Dean of Students and the health officer, so that it is noted, and when we call the landlord, it is mentioned for improvement. Also, we get to involve the OCS to enhance patrols around that area, so that these officers, when they are patrolling, they can emphasize on those areas where we know that they have been exposed. I think that is that is enough. So report to us if you feel the place you are residing at is insecure, for us to be able to engage the landlords. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. Any lady with a question? At least you've gotten one from them. Okay. One. Okay, because of time, I'll allow a question, because we have also a leader from KEMU who needs to say something. Nilisema tuwewe kamusi ya karne, sivyo? Then after that I shall finalize.
Okay. I have two questions I want clarity. The first question goes directly to DCIO. Earlier you said we should be having information on the electronic gadgets we are buying. So in case of tracking process, the process is facilitated easy. My question is the tracking process free or it is paid? Because on many circumstances you find somebody has lost his or her property, but the process is cumbersome. Mtu anaona tu if I have to go all this process, let that property go. So is the process of tracking unsalaried or it is paid? Then the second question goes to OCS. You said we have rights domiciled in the Kenyan Constitution to be taken in court after 24 hours. But this is not always the case. Unapata mtu anashikwa, spends 3 days in police custody. So we really need clarity on this. Thank you.
Okay, I know there might be some other questions. How I wish they can be forwarded so that the jibiwe mara moja, si ndio? These two. Okay.
Thank you for the question that you asked. When rather my fellows were talking, unajua alisema very much important. I also say Madam Celestine talked about it, and the advocate also talked about it. So they said that they are married, but I'm not married, so I'm still single. But let me answer the question that you have asked. Let me answer the question that you have asked. I don't know whether there is any other way that you can go, because unajua Wakenya siku hizi wanapenda vitu zingine hizi shortcuts, and they are really misleading. One thing that we need to appreciate is that at the current situation that we have few personnel, and sometimes